It's a brand new season and some brand new faces on Where Red Dragons Walk. Welcome back. My name's Mark. I'm in neutral, and we've got Tony, Aled, and Kieran here this week to give their views on the summer that has been for Wrexham. Loads of pundits are putting this as a promotion season for Wrexham. How much pressure is on Parkinson? And in terms of signings, just how good or not has the summer been so far? 8 million on a goalkeeper. Some are questioning that. Others are saying it's a bargain. We'll get all your views on all, plus other stuff as well, looking ahead to Cardiff too. But if you've not come across it before, welcome. It's 20 minutes of Wrexham chat. How are you, Tony? Welcome back. I know you've been here before. Good to see you.
Yeah,
How's the
good.
summer?
Yeah,
Excited?
I enjoyed the break, but I usually have a break pre-season. But I actually went to America this summer to watch two of the
Ah,
games.
amazing.
So
Brilliant.
that was nice. Got a bit of a holiday as well in that. But now I'm ready to go for tomorrow.
Excellent. You wearing your Argentina shirt throughout, were you, and cheering on the Argies, I imagine?
Yeah.
Okay. Welcome to the show, Kieran, as well. You're massive on Twitter as well. Obviously, great opinions on there, so welcome. Thank you very much as
Yeah, I
well.
know.
All
Appreciate you
good.
having me on. Thank you.
Yeah,
Yeah, all
excellent.
good, mate. Yeah.
And Alid as well. Alid, well, you will know Alid if you're on Wrexham Twitter. You will know this. You'll know this guy. He comes up on every single post, but here he is giving his verbal views. How are you, Alid?
Yeah, good, thank you.
Excellent. Great to have you on here. And let's start then with the summer that has been for Wrexham. Shall we? Tony, just a brief summary, if you can, then, of what have you made of the business that your club have done so far?
Okay, it was never going to be like last summer. We just need to put some pieces in the puzzle, really. Last year was a complete rebuild, so to speak, but we just need three or four of the right signings now. The keeper was important. I like Okonkwo. I'm not going to get into the debate whether he's good enough or not, but we're signing a goalkeeper who Sunderland love, and that's good enough for me. If I always look, if you sign a player, look at what the fans are saying, and Sunderland love him. That's good enough for me. So that's a good signing. Right back, Imray, yeah, he seems solid, but I haven't seen enough. But I think he'll be okay. And Whiteman seems like a good squad player, but I do feel like we need a big signing. I think like when we signed Paul Mullin, just a signing that's going to make people pay attention. I think we just need that one signing that's going to make people sit up and take notice. But there's work to be done, but we're okay. But we're a two or three short at the moment. But this time we do try and utilise the whole window. I would like to get the business done very early, but a club like Wrexham, you can't do that because people will just add Wrexham tax on and a lot of negotiating going on. That's just a fact, unfortunately.
Yeah. Let's look at some of those details of some of those transfers you've mentioned. Let's start with Patterson, the show with Kieran. Obviously, he was on loan to Millwall last season and helped them massively to get to the playoff stage, of course, as well. Gareth, Wrexham fan on Twitter, said, "Shame about Arthur. I've watched him plenty at the Arsenal Academy games. Delighted he's signed for Wrexham. Should be given a good move. I hope he doesn't drop down any of these and he continues to develop." What have you made? What do you make then of this decision to sign Patterson and the fee as well, which is rumoured? It's undisclosed, but yeah, rumoured. Well, we've heard 8, we've heard 10, and of course, some fans have bought to that for a goalkeeper. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm with Tony as well. I think Arthur's done us really well, and he's over the past couple of seasons he's saved us a massive amount of points. But you have to look back to another few games where he's probably cost us points. Obviously, Swansea away. That's the probably most notable one. But we're in a situation where I think he's got 1 year left on his deal, so it's kind of we need to probably sell him on now, otherwise he's going to go for nothing. And you can talk in January to other clubs, and obviously within bringing Patterson in, I think that's a good signing. Obviously the fee, everyone's going to look at that and whether it's worth it or not. But as you said earlier, and I think Tony said it about Sunderland, where they didn't really want to let him go. So you're always going to look at their fans' point of view, and I think it'll be a good signing. And just fingers crossed he starts well.
Yeah. Okay. He is a very good goalkeeper. To say, I feel sorry for that. He got Sunderland to the Premier League and then he dumped him like a stone. Right, Aled, welcome to the show. I love your opinions on Twitter as I do, Kieran. So no pressure. What have you made of this summer? I want to talk about the Whiteman transfer in particular a little bit because there was tons of tons of controversy around it. He basically engineered his own exit. So that does question the character of a player that does that, or are you not too bothered?
Well, originally I was a bit questionable of it because of well, the thing is, you hear of like the two sides of it from the club's perspective, don't you? With the manager name dropping him in the interview after the conclusion of the Stockport game in pre-season. But then you look at the player's point of view. He questioned Preston's funding on trying to push in this coming season. And also, he probably didn't see the adequate investment to make a push.
Yeah, it's a fair point you make, Aled, and actually there are two sides to every story. I think Preston's view of it was that the words used by Heckingbottom was he crossed a line that you just don't cross. Yeah, he's not the first time he's got a controversy as well. Who will see? We will see, of course, whether it's all win worth it. But let's switch tack a bit, Tony. Danny Imray as well. I like this player. I think he was very impressive when we saw him in the Championship last season. What do you make? What do you make to this one?
Yeah, I'll be honest. Until he signed, I couldn't say much about him, but I seen him play Sunderland and Philadelphia and the Middlesbrough match on telly. He seems okay. He seems like he's a positive down that right flank. Probably an upgrade on what we've got. Yeah, he's just an upgrade on what we got, and that's what we need to keep doing now. Nothing crazy. We signed 13, 14 last summer. Let's just, every sign we make it better than what we got. And if we keep doing that, let's see where we end up in the summer, in May.
Okay. Kieran, Parkinson's coming for a little bit of stick on social media, and I don't always like putting these kind of things up there, but I want to get your views on it. We have to share the good and the bad. Yeah, so because Ryan Hardy is off now to where's he gone?
Bolton, is it?
Bolton. He's gone to Bolton, hasn't he? Yeah, that's right. Thank you. Yeah. Aidan says, "Are we ever going to get any money back off any player that we sign?" Wrexham says, "As much as I love Parky, he's pissed some money. He hasn't pissed some money up the wall." And there's quite a few other tweets saying, "Look, that was the wrong purchase. We didn't need him. He wasn't the right fit." How far do you agree with the fans, Kieran, that for as good as Parky has been, he has splashed some cash up the wall on some players?
Yeah, I think obviously, with us over the past few seasons, we've been tend to been buying like a league above, player wise. So, with us progressing so quickly, I feel like you're never going to really recoup too much money on players, until you get top end of the championship, and you have to take a gamble on a few players, and, you might reap a few more million off them. But obviously, I think the only player we have made money off is obviously Brunt, who went to Bolton a couple of days ago, which I was probably a bit disappointed that he went, in all fairness, because I thought he was a solid player and I thought he would have give it a good go this season, pushing for the starting 11. But you can see his probably from his perspective, he probably wasn't going to get Doyle out of the team because he's been unbelievable. And he playing in the same position. So he wants to be playing regular football. So, fair enough for him, making that jump. And I hope he does well, to be fair, because he seemed like a good lad as well.
Yeah, super.
But in terms of Parky getting a bit of criticism, I'm not. You read a lot about it, Parky getting people not opinions and stuff, but I don't think he's done wrong in what he's done. It's just a case of how quick we progressed. It's just one of those things. I'm not too sure about that, in all honesty.
Yeah, because we're coming up to 5 or 6 years now of Parkinson. Six. Yeah. It's incredible length of time for a manager in this day and age, isn't it? I mean, Aled, do you still hear this small section of the fan base that think it's time for his football to move on?
Sorry, was that a question to me? Sorry.
Yes, it was, Aled. Yeah, sorry. Did you?
I don't think it is time for Parky to go. I think he definitely deserved to get another attempt at the championship because he's definitely proved it last season. He can at least compete at this level. Many people thought we'd be at the bottom end of last season. Yeah, like, I don't know, about 18th or maybe like 16th. But he's definitely proven he could get us competing for at least playoffs. And last season was the third season of us being in the second division for almost 40 years.
Good.
I'd probably say this coming season, I predict us to be sixth, but I can't see us getting promoted. It's really down to there's teams in the division who are in a better position than we are. You know, for example, your West Hams, your Saints, and also you got your Wolves. So that's my point. So I think he definitely deserves to have a full season, unless something drastically happens and we have a 6-game losing run, and you question it. But that's up to the board to make a decision.
Okay. We've had one game so far this season, Tony. Of course, you know the loss to Middlesbrough, the cup. What do we learn from that?
We learn. I think we're going to have the same problems as last season. Play well, bit soft up front. My opinion. If I got one criticism of Parkinson, I would love to see Moore and Smith together. Like when we start Mullen and Palmer together, just try it a game or two because Smith's good, Moore's good, but sometimes when you're on your own, you do get isolated. And but I thought we played well. Smith put his chance away first half, different game. I'm not getting carried away. This is why I knew don't look on Twitter because as soon as I looked on Twitter, it was the end of the world. I thought we just lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough, and I thought we played okay. Let's not get carried away. I just make a point about the question you put to Kieran. We're not a normal football club as well when it comes to signings where they want success yesterday. So I would love to buy a player for 3 million, which you could grow and develop. But Parkinson wants like signings that are ready now. So just to touch on that, you're gonna have to spend a bit more, unfortunately, because there's no time. Well, there is time, but they want success now. Do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to say that we're not like a normal football club. So when people ask the question, answer that, you got to look at which club you're referring to. It's Wrexham, you know. So we're a unique case when it comes to signings and stuff.
Yeah, well said. Right then, Cardiff then. We're recording this, of course, on Sunday night. Kieran, in terms of opening fixtures, I know you can't do anything about it, it is all random, but is this one you would have liked to avoid in the first game of the season?
Yeah, 100% in my opinion. With them obviously coming up and then being at home as well, giving them that advantage. Full house tomorrow as well, from what I believe. And I think nearly a full away end. I think was it 2,500, something like that. So yeah, it's in terms of fixtures, I would have picked any fixture over this one. So yeah, it's like you say, it can't be helped, but yeah, it's a difficult one to start. I'd probably take a draw, to be honest, at this point.
Yeah, they are well up for it as well. We spoke to them earlier. They were revenge for the cup, of course, last season as well. I have not forgotten that one as well. And let's have this right. Sky will say it's a derby. This is not a derby, is it?
No. You hear a lot about that, don't you? Yeah, it's okay. not. It's not.
Okay. Super. Right. So yeah, each week then we'll come on. We'll look at the Wrexham results. Look at the social media, good and bad of social media, which of course generally tries to be negative. We'll try and balance it out, and we put it to the panel. If you're a Wrexham fan that fancies coming on having a chat each week, then just drop us a comment below, and we will get in touch with you. And you can come on. This is a fan-made content for fans. It's not a podcast, which is a set fixed of one host knowing everything that keeps everything. You can come on, talk to Tony, Kieran, Aled, and others. They'll drop on. Ed is back, of course, as well. In future weeks as well. He's currently away at the moment. But yeah, thank you very much. One last question to all of you then. You're not going to like it because you're going to say there's 2 weeks of the window to go, but we are going to show this back in May. Aled, 1 to 24, please. One number, no fence sitting. So banning the number 12. Where will Wrexham finish this season?
6th.
Excellent. Tony?
8th.
Kieran?
8th as well. I was going to go for, yeah.
Right. Brilliant. So playoffs, here we are. Here we come. Super. Right. Delighted to have your company then this week. Thank you very much, you three. And thank you, of course, very much for watching. Drop us a subscribe. And like everything you've done so. Put your notifications on. Comes out every Monday around 6 o'clock. where you can listen back and review some of these fantastic comments. Thanks so much, you three. We'll have you have a good week. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Of course, we'll be watching live on Sky, 8 o'clock on Monday, and we'll of course catch you, of course, next week after your season's kicked off against Watford on Saturday as well. Catch you then.